Hey guys, it's Lauren here, and today I'm coming to you all to talk to you about why I decided to lock my hair and why I think you should lock your hair. Now, even though my locks are lock extensions, I definitely think there is some value in my reasonings behind deciding to lock my hair, and I definitely think if you're on the fence about locking your hair, either through lock extensions or freeform locks or instant locks or baby locks or twists or coils, whatever way you choose to lock your hair, if you're thinking on making that decision for the long term, definitely please keep watching. So the first reason why I chose to lock my hair is because of all of the beautiful inspiration that I saw from Lisa Bonet to these amazing people on Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram. There's so many different people online who have shared their locks, and their locks have become inspiration for many. So yeah, I would say the Lisa Bonet and Zoe Kravitz, even though I don't necessarily believe that either of their locks are real. I'm pretty sure that like Lisa Bonet's locks are like pretty much her own hair now, but Zoe definitely not, and Lisa, I guess starting out, and sometimes even now I can't really gauge, like the ends definitely look, you know, like they are raw hair or like human hair, just because like I assume that her hair texture isn't that. That's me making an assumption just because I see her like edges and they definitely look like that hair match isn't the same. So I assume that she has lock extensions. So yes, for me, I initially loved that long bohemian loose end, loose wavy curl look, which is kind of what you saw in my previous videos. And I guess, not to go on a rant about this, but I guess that's kind of like the progression of my own personal lock journey. Is I kind of started out with this more like relaxed European-esque looking locks with the curly ends. Well, even before that, I didn't make a video on it, but I'll post a picture if I can find it. I had very loose straight ends the first time I locked my hair. So yeah, like it was that, and then I got used to that, and then I did the curly ends, and now I have cut off the curly ends and I have these sort of traditional thick blunted locks, which you'll see kind of like this one is super thick. I've left some of my curlies and edges out just to kind of have a more natural look, but I only have a total of 44 locks in my hair. So yeah, not too many, but they are pretty thick. And yes, all I'm saying is I was initially inspired by Lisa Bonet. That progression as I got more interested into locks and learning more about locks, I saw more people with locks, and yeah, I just decided to do something that was a little bit more Afrocentric, a little bit more fitting, a little bit more complementary to my natural hair texture. But that definitely took me time to grow into that, and even once these grow out and I have my natural hair, I will definitely see how I can further pull out some of my own uniqueness into my locks. So yes, inspiration started it all. That's why I chose. Initially I was inspired, is all things. They start with a spark of inspiration. Next, which this really should be the first reason, really choosing and deciding to embrace my natural beauty and accept my natural beauty. I don't know if I'm gonna post this video, but I kind of made a video, it might already be posted if I haven't, but I made a video talking about the reasons why I, like, kind of like an update, like where I was, what happened to my old videos, all of that, right? And ultimately, if you're new to this channel and you don't know, I started out making weave videos. I was one of the first people to start reviewing weaves on YouTube when I was in high school, just starting high school. And it was probably like 2009, 2010. And I grew up, ever since I was a kid, like loving hair. Like my whole family, there's me and my cousin who's a hairstylist. Like we are the hair gurus of our family. And yeah, I've always been fascinated with hair, which meant, you know, being fascinated with weave at some point in my life. But I always wondered, when would I get to that point of fully accepting and embracing my natural hair and things like that. And so I was natural for 5 years before deciding to lock my hair with lock extensions. So I hope that doesn't sound too contradictory, but I went natural. I bleached my hair, which I'll insert a picture. I bleached my hair. It all fell out, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like let me back. I big chopped so many times while I was natural. Like I just liked having like a tapered cut. I loved having the short hair. I loved having an afro. Like I never really wanted and allowed my hair to grow, and the moment I did allow my hair to grow, I bleached it and it all fell out and I had to start all over again. So yeah, like after big chopping so many times, I got really impatient, and you know, braids became popular all over again. I started braiding my hair, and I hated that. Like I hated going to have to get my hair redone every couple of weeks or every few months. You know, I had my reasons why I didn't want to get back into wearing weaves again, and so but I was super impatient about the whole natural hair growing process, and I just decided, you know, I could grow my hair through locks. And so I just decided to again do lock extensions, but definitely a way to embrace my natural beauty and to exude the appearance of natural beauty, which I think is very important. I also really just like am a minimalist at heart, and I try to practice minimalism the best that I can. And just like being natural with a whole bunch of hair products, or even just like being natural and wearing an afro all the time, like it was, I don't really know. Like it wasn't really for me. Nor do I think it was really practical for me, which is also why I didn't start out with baby locks and go through that process. So yeah, I just figured locks would be the best way to not really have to hold on to so many hair products, and to also be able to practice more minimalist natural practices when it comes to my hair. So that's why I've also decided to embark on the locks, because I really don't have to do anything, and if I do, it can be with aloe, it can be with oils, essential oils, or just plain water. So yes. What else? Unique beauty, that's the other reason why. So locks are very unique, even though they look alike. You may be on the surface. When you really look at the nitty-gritty details of locks, everyone's locks are different. Even if they have lock extension, their parting is going to be different, the size is going to be different, depending on who makes your locks. If they don't condense them too tight, they'll be nice and fluffy, or you'll have very like thick, dense locks. It's whatever you choose. 9 times out of 10, everyone's locks are going to look different. And so I think it's also important when you are accepting yourself to be unique in that. And yeah, I think locks really allow people to be unique. So that's another reason why I decided to lock my hair, because I want to be unique, and if everyone has locks, you know, no one's locks are going to really look the same. No one's lock journey is going to be the same. And finally, kind of going back, you know, I had started my natural hair journey so many times that I felt like, when is my hair ever really gonna grow? And then I got anxious about waiting for my hair to grow. So I feel like with these, I can just grow my hair out with not having to constantly like length check all the time, worry about if it's growing the whole nine. I can just let it do its own thing and eventually cut it out as my natural hair grows out. So yeah, it'll allow me to grow my natural hair and really see that process. It also allows you to have access to your scalp whenever you want to. You can wash your hair whenever you really want to. And yeah, I just decided to like my hair too because I think they represent self-acceptance, they represent spirituality, they represent a level of holistic living, they represent so many positive things ultimately, and they're represented positively in so many different cultures through so many different ethnic backgrounds. Like it's amazing. They're universally beautiful, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise, please. So yeah, that's why I decided to instant lock my hair and add lock extensions. And you know, don't let anyone tell you that your, you know, lock journey doesn't matter because you didn't start off by, you know, locking your hair with, you know, your natural hair. We're all gonna get to the same destination ultimately. Just like life, we take different paths. So yeah, that's why I decided to lock my hair. Let me know below why you decided to lock your hair, and if you have any questions, comment them down below. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video, please subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.